Hey guys, what's up? Bisectatron here from One Hive Gazette, here with the next video, and in this one, we're talking about the balancing update that's going to be coming very soon to Clash of Clans. I have some footage in the background. We're going to talk about the effect it's going to have on clan wars, specifically the Town Hall 9, 10, 11 clan wars that we see in CWO, that kind of top tier clan wars, because it's going to be a very interesting effect, I think, and I don't know. The game's going to be significantly different at that top level, I think, after this balancing update. So let's talk about it, and hope you guys enjoy these background attacks of me messing around with the new troops. I can't show any numbers, unfortunately, but I can show some of the footage, and I got to, mess around as a Town Hall 11 using the miners, the hogs, the pretty much all the different new troops. I think I maybe even used some Pekkas as well, because there are the level 6 Pekkas coming. So anyway, I will go through real quick and just summarize everything that's coming out, just so we have that out on the table. Then I'll give some more analysis in terms of my thoughts. But we have new Town Hall 11 level defenses and troops. We have the Cannon to 15, the Archer Tower also 15, Inferno Tower now level 5, and then the troops, Pekka level 6, Wizard level 8, Healer level 5, Miner level 5, Wallbreaker level 7. Now a few balancing adjustments. We have the Miner level 3 now moves down to Town Hall 10, so you can get level 3 Miners as max at Town Hall 10 now. Dragons 4 through 6, hit points increased. That's Town Halls 9 through 11. You can access those dragons. Hogs 6 and 7, so Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11 level hogs have their hit points increased, and miners levels 2 through 5, so pretty much all the miners have hit points increased. Now, the Inferno Tower level 4 multi-mode has more damage. That's the Town Hall 11 Inferno Tower, or at least the first level. Now we have a level 5 Inferno, but the level 4 one now does more damage. And we have the single target mode for the Inferno Tower do more damage, essentially. It matches the multi-mode from the beginning, so it does more damage on single targeted. Upgrade times and discounts, I'm not even going to say these. There's a few cool discounts and time savers, but I don't think anyone cares about that too much. I mean, you care, but not going to affect war too much. Let's go ahead and get to my analysis, though. So first, just to clear the field, Town Hall 9, we're seeing very little impact. The only direct impact, I think, is that the Dragons level 4 now have slightly more hit points, but that's really not going to be much of an effect, I don't think. And also, maybe a few CC buffs, because you can bring the level 7 hogs in the CC. But really, Town Hall 9 is staying the same this update, which I think is fine. Town Hall 9 doesn't need a whole lot of adjustments. A little bit too easy, I will say that. I'd like to see a little bit of a nerf, and I think it would be a good to do a defensive buff to nerf offense, because so much works at Town Hall 9. I think a defensive nerf, such as a new level, bring down the Archer Tower level, I think 12 it is, the Town Hall 9, I've said that for a while, or something to make Town Hall 9 a little bit harder would be good, at least in my opinion. But for the most part, I think it's fine, and it's not in need of a huge change for the time being. One thing that I think is going to be really interesting, though, after this update is how Town Hall 10v11 attacks are going to work. Because in war, the Town Hall 10s almost always go up and 2-star the Town Hall 11s, because the Town Hall 11s are not going to be free to go for 3-star attempts most of the time. So we're seeing a lot of 10v11 2-stars in these wars, and I think that's not just in CWL, but pretty much in all the top or somewhat serious war clans. You have 10v11s happening, but they're going to be much harder with the new Archer Towers, the new Inferno Towers, the new Cannons, all getting one level higher. I think the Inferno Towers especially are going to be brutal, because level 4 has increased damage. Now level 5 is going to be even above that, so we're going to see some very brutal defenses at Town Hall 11. It's going to be difficult as a Town Hall 10 to get the 2-star now, and that might be interesting, because we'll see if clans might want to roll the dice with some more 11v11 attempts if they don't want to waste too many 10v10 attacks or 10v11 attacks trying to get those Town Hall 11s 2-starred. At the same time, though, it's not terribly difficult to 2-star a Town Hall 11 right now, so maybe some good attackers can still get the job done pretty consistently, although I think we're going to see a much lower success rate for Town Hall 10v11 attacks, probably less than 50%. it's hard to speculate. Depends on the clan, but it's going to be harder, and that might shake up the upper level game a little bit. So in terms of a few other new possibilities at Town Hall 10, now turning our focus to 10v10 attacks, I'd say miners might be a possibility again. They came in, they came out of popularity, but the hit points have been increased and level 3 miners dropped down to Town Hall 10. Two significant changes. We don't know the numbers yet, but if they are significant changes, I guess, which I think they will be, at least bringing down level 3 is going to have a big impact, if not the hit point increase, depending on how many hit points it is. But regardless, it's going to possibly make miners a viable strategy again at Town Hall 10. I've already seen a few miner attacks here and there, but they might become another option. And Town Hall 10 is looking good because I guess dragons might be a possibility. Probably not. They are getting their hit points increased. There's been so many dragon buffs, but they're just too far behind what they need to be, I think, to make them viable at Town Hall 10. They're just too unpredictable. So I don't think the dragons, even if it's a significant hit point increase, is going to be an option at Town Hall 10. I think the miners might, though. And also hogs now, before the update, hogs were used pretty heavily in Genesis in the last war for 10v10. I think hogs were already starting to emerge as a possibility, and with the hit point increase, also the level 7 heal spell, which people are still adjusting to, those two things, I think that's going to make hogs a very good option at Town Hall 10. And when you think about what we have now, we have hogs, we have the witch bowler, witches, like all the combinations of witches and bowlers and queen walks, those types of attacks that you can do, which are also working and are one of the more successful strategies. And then the La Lune. La Lune's still a good option. It hasn't really been nerfed by that Lune change in the last balancing update, so I think that's still a good option. So really we're having at least 3, possibly 4 good options if the miners do turn into something. So I think Town Hall 10 is looking really good. I like how they're not, tilting it too far, making one strategy too easy. They're taking it slow. They're adding a little bit where needed. And I'm excited for hogs to be a good option. But remember, we will see bases change to adapt to this. We might see a few more anti-miner stuff put in bases like we saw in the past. We might see some anti-hog stuff. It's going to be weird, the balance between the witch bowler attacks and the hog attacks in terms of defending, because putting the giant bombs on the outside of the base is good against killing the witches and stuff, but it's not good for hog attacks. So there's going to be a lot of balance between building a base that you want to defend all these different strategies, which makes the game interesting. So I'm happy about that. I think Town Hall 10 is looking good. Town Hall 11, though, is a bit of a more interesting case. I think there's going to be a lot less of a possibility of Town Hall 11 3-stars. The reason I say this is because almost exclusively, pretty much exclusively from what I've seen, La Lune is what is getting the job done for Town Hall 11 triples. They're pretty rare. We saw Jay Off get 3 of them in the last CWL war. That was kind of an anomaly, though. We're not seeing them very often. But the update is adding level 5 Infernos. It's adding another cannon level, another archer tower level, level 15 for both of those. So it's making the defenses a lot more powerful. That's 3 big defensive changes, a lot more DPS on the Town Hall 11 base now. And the only offensive tools that are being added are Pekka level 6. Don't think that's going to do much at Town Hall 11, even if they're a little bit better than the level 5 Pekkas. Pekkas aren't anywhere near being a 3-star strategy for Town Hall 11, I think. Wizard level 8, that's kind of not much of an impact. Healer level 5, that might be something. We'll have to wait and see. The healer level 5s you can see right in the screen right now, they look pretty good, but I don't know. They haven't been used much at Town Hall 11. We've been seeing Mass La Lune, we've been seeing Bowler Kill Squad, then La Lune. We haven't been seeing Queen Walks. Maybe they'll be more popular, but I think the point defense new levels, level 15 Archer Tower, level 15 Cannon, will negate the new healer levels. So I don't think that's going to be much of an impact. Miner level 5, that might be the only hope for Town Hall 11 in terms of getting a new way to 3-star. But still, it's going to be difficult with all the new defenses, the new Inferno Towers, to 3-star with miners, even if they are level 5. We'll wait and see, though. They have more hit points, apparently. So it's a possibility. And then Wall Breaker level 7, not going to be a big impact. So at Town Hall 11, La Lune is not getting any easier, is my point. So unless miners emerge as a better option, it's definitely going to be more difficult post-update to 3-star Town Hall 11. And that makes things very interesting because now we have Town Hall 11 being difficult to 2-star with a Town Hall 10 and difficult to 3-star with a Town Hall 11. Who knows? One interesting thing I want to note before I wrap up this video is I mentioned it before, but the Inferno Tower now having more damage for the single targeting. Maybe we'll see some single targeted Infernos at Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11. That would be an interesting change if people start putting one or both Infernos on single. They can pop Lava Hounds a lot faster, but they definitely have their drawbacks as well. So I guess we'll wait and see. Maybe that'll be something people do. Probably not, but just something that I thought I'd bring up. Anyway, though, that will do it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe you have some different opinions. That's just my thoughts. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bisectatron out.